Time to get ready for the Larry and Needles Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Larry and Needles Show. I'm Larry.
And I'm Needles.
We have Jeff with us today.
Special guest today, Jeff. First time on
What's
the
up?
pod.
Hey everybody.
How you doing today, Jeff?
All right, man.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it.
You bet.
So, obviously Kiki isn't here today, so we kind
That's
of
why Jeff is here.
usually the Larry and Needles Show once again is embroiled in scandal. Kiki tells Larry and I that he's going to the Golden Triangle. We're like, awesome, man, that's great. You're going to travel out of the country. But come to find out that he was arrested in a sting operation in the Golden Triangle as a notorious Asian brothel and mahjong gambling den. So,
Wow.
I spoke with the guy.
Yeah,
that,
they're cracking down on that mahjong.
I spoke with the Chi-Com that's holding, so we're in contact with the Chinese embassy located here in Chicago. Wow. And, Godspeed to Kiki. I told him he had drugs in his ass, so let's see how quickly he gets out. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
I'm sure that'll definitely help his cause.
Yes, it shall. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty because I know Kiki's going to want to listen to this and keep up. So we're going to talk about Pee Wee Manchester United.
Who?
My son is on a soccer team.
Oh.
He's 10.
I went and saw him play.
Yeah, so he's 10. And,
Yeah?
Needles got
Good,
real
good.
nervous because everybody in his baby mama family is Ukrainian, and I had the
Hammer and Sickle T-shirt.
Oh, no.
And I had to. I didn't
we
even
were
realize
driving
it.
there, and he's like, "Larry, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "Oh man."
Oh, I didn't say what the fuck. I didn't realize that
Yeah,
Larry
it
was
was
going to give
funny.
me a ride. Larry needed to give me a ride.
Yes.
So I made him turn it. I don't like to censor Larry ever, but they're from Ukraine, so I did not want him. I did not want any
But we did.
confrontation.
I did have a great time watching those kids play.
So
He's used to not passing it to Kiki.
Oh.
You want some of this?
Sure.
yeah, sorry, I don't know.
Yeah,
just
force a habit.
So, let's see. As the tale goes from last time, so Larry came and watched them, and there's two brothers.
And I saw Godzilla in action.
Yeah, we call them the Sushi Brothers because they're both Asian. And one guy I'll give you a quick recap. One
I
guy
was
we
wondering
call
why you call him that.
what?
I'm kidding,
Oh,
man.
and so one of the kids we call Godzilla because
He's crazy.
we had he's the most unstereotypical Asian kid you'll ever meet. He's big. He's a big kid, and he's got an anger problem that would make Johnny Rotten smile. I mean, this kid is really he's going to be a problem. So Larry got to see him in action. So so what happened? We were at a practice, and he's notorious for grabbing kids and like pulling them and shaking them. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm being dead serious. We got 2 red cards from this kid. So Godzilla. So we were at a practice one day, and we were like, "Listen, you can't be grabbing the kids. You can't pull them."
No.
So Godzilla grabs the kid one more time, and the head coach, I'm assistant, he's like, "You got to sit on the sideline." So he stomps off the field, screaming,
he's mad.
grabs the head coach's water bottle and whips it like 20 yards, and then proceeds to stamp around, just screaming at the top of his lungs in front of all the parents and everybody.
This kid's
So-
10?
He's 10. He's a real dreamboat,
So wait,
let me tell
he
you.
told the ref to fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He
yeah.
said, "I'm gonna get you."
Yeah, so I'm standing on the sideline.
I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, I'm standing on the sideline with
bad.
this fucking psychopath. And he's like yelling at the ref, "Fuck you, I'm going to get." I'm like, "What are you doing, man? This kid's 10 years old." I'm like, "This is out of control." So last week they had a game.
Yeah.
And Godzilla plays goalie because we have to keep him away from the other kids. But what happened was...
And I definitely agree. He
Yeah.
should be separated.
But what happened is that one of the kids wanted to play goalie the second half, so we had to take Godzilla out.
Uh-oh.
Well,
So
didn't he punch a kid?
Well, wait.
Didn't he?
Jesus, Larry, slow the
Okay.
story down, man. Why you just busted a nut before I even got there?
No, I thought he was already getting kicked out.
No. So we had to pull him out of goalie, and another kid goes in, and now as Larry just said, we had Godzilla out on the field.
In general pop.
And this little bastard, what does he do? Punches a kid right in front of us, like 5 feet away. And the ref is like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then he starts screaming at the kid and like lunges at him. So then now he's standing on the sideline next to me. And I'm like, what are you doing, Godzilla? I don't call him that, but I don't want.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm like, dude, I saw what you did to him. You punched him. I'm like, why'd you punch him? He's like,
punched the
I
ref?
was mad. No, he punched a kid. They're in front of us. We're like, dude, so you got to get out of there. So then now he can't play the rest of the game. So
Yeah.
we tie the game. I didn't see this part, Larry. Joe saw this part. So at the end of the game, we all line up and we shake hands.
Okay.
So I'm behind the head coach, walking, team's walking. They're all, I'm not paying attention, talking to the other coach. This little son of a bitch kicks a kid
In the line.
in the line.
Oh my God.
And all of the parents
When
from
you're
the,
shaking hands.
dude, yeah, all of the parents from the other team are on the field because they do this gay ass thing where they form like a steeple,
archway.
like a
What?
steeple sort of, and then all the kids run through it. So all the kids are on the field, and there's like a commotion, and I don't realize what it is. I take the kids over the sideline. Come to find out, he kicked 2 kids.
Oh, Godzilla.
And-
Yeah, God, I mean, this guy's just raging on Tokyo right now. He cannot he can't keep his hands or his feet to
The
himself.
parents, they make an archway, like each one will be on each side, and it's like 20 of them on each side. And as the kids run underneath their arched arms that are above them,
Well,
they're all going, good job, Johnny, good job.
They like put their palms together and then they make
Yeah.
like the steeple.
and they
sort of,
all
and
run through the middle.
That's new.
So
That's
I asked
weird.
the kids if they wanted to do, and they're like, "No, that's dumb."
They don't like that.
No, the kid.
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no, me either.
All right. So now,
Could you imagine our parents doing that, John?
no, not at all. They were drinking old styles, yelling at the roughs, the empires, and the
Our
roughs
fucking
and
parents
stuff.
didn't even go. We would drive our bikes to the fucking game and
Well, that's what
ride
you did.
home, and they'd say,
Really,
"How'd
you
you
never-
do at home?" That was this today. The parents are so involved that they'll kill the fucking ref or the opposing teams.
Well, you
the
saw how
other
we
dad, you
Like
know.
it gets heated out there.
Oh,
Larry
yeah.
stood on the
Oh, yeah.
sidelines with me.
Yeah.
It's completely different when you're standing next to us. It's crazy. The other coaches are yelling, parents are yelling. These guys are out of. But actually, it's pretty chill right now. We
Actually,
haven't had a
Neil's
problem.
kid is one of the better kids on the team.
He had
too.
scored
good.
2 goals.
Yeah, he scored the only 2 goals.
Yeah, only 2 goals
And
in
he
the
was
game.
pissed
Carried
off
the
at the
team.
end. He was not. He was happy when he saw I was there. He almost was like, oh my god. But at the end, he wasn't too happy because he missed a
Penalty
kick that he probably could have made.
But they put a different goalie in.
Yeah,
and that
they had
goalie
this
was
kid, the
3
kid in the
times-
goal. Yeah,
Dude.
3 times the size of the other kid. The kid in the goal was bigger than I was.
He was he was about as big
He
as
was
you were.
fucking huge.
He was
Yeah.
huge.
I'm like, man, this kid is 10.
And the other kid was a quarter of his, a little bit over a third of his size, let's say.
So he was a lot better goalie than the first. The first kid was like a mini kid.
Yeah. So then,
Extra small dwarf.
so then Joe goes over to his mom after the game, and she's like, dude, she's like this crazy. I don't know. I won't say crazy, but she's like got this big like straw. I mean, come on. I just realized the stereotypical. She's got this big straw hat on, like she's in the rice paddy, and she's got these huge sunglasses on, and Tuna Roll. That's the other brother. That's
She
what
was
I call
with
him.
Godzilla?
Yeah, that's Godzilla's mom. Godzilla and Tuna Roll. Those
So
are the
she
brothers.
actually has the triangular fucking
Yeah,
saucer
like
on it.
that was a triangle. It was just a big circle. So.
Okay.
But
Oh, that honorable hat.
yeah. So then fucking Joe goes up to them and he's like, listen, he's like,
You can't beat on
This
kids.
is the second time that we've had to tell you that he's too aggressive to be playing, and that what do you call it? That
Which is very
he's
odd
gonna
for
hurt
an
somebody,
Oriental
and
kid.
that's gonna make parents angry. Now we're gonna have to go out there and defend the kid. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
who knows if somebody's drinking or what? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell's going on there?
He could get a parent pissed off.
Yeah.
Enough to,
And then they rush the field, push the kid,
Come
and then now it's
after.
like we got to defend this child.
No parent has ever came and pushed a kid though.
What are you nuts?
They have?
You
no,
are
they have to
crazy.
be.
Yeah.
They do.
Yes. Punch kids. Dude, it is-
Adults are hitting the kids?
Dude, there's a famous
What the
there's a
fuck?
famous wrestling one where this guy's kid is getting beaten. He runs off the stands and pushes the guy, and then a fight ensues. It's like,
Of
what do
course
you-
it does.
It's so there's there's a fine line, and we have to kind of reprimand this kid, but it's not my kid.
Yeah.
So it's like
You can't say, "Hey, motherfucker."
Well, you don't talk to children like that. First
well,
of all, I
if it's
mean,
your own
that's
kid-
your first problem.
if it's your
right
own
there.
kid, you
This
could.
is how he's addressing that. No, I don't talk to my own kid that way either. I've never said MF
Really?
in front of my kid ever.
Shit.
What do you mean shit? Class, coof?
I was-
You ever heard of these things?
I wouldn't.
Obviously, they
no.
don't flow through your blood.
I didn't think that was bad to say to your kid.
MFer?
Like, yeah, what the
That's
fuck
kind of
is
bad
wrong
to
with
say
you?
to a 10-year-old.
My dad would say that to me and my brother all the time. What the fuck is wrong with you, motherfuckers? He'd say.
All right, well, I mean, to each his own. Shout out Big Joe.
But, you know.
I mean, it was a different time back then, too. Now you get
Yeah.
arrested if you reprimand your children.
Oh,
What?
man.
Yeah, so then after the game, he talks to Godzilla's mom. And even the other kids are like, this is, they're like, wow, why did Godzilla do that? Why did he kick him? What's
Yeah.
wrong with him?
Why did he? He has no reason,
He
right?
just anger, just like
Man.
a complete illicit feeling of anger.
Shit. And the kid is big, man.
Yeah,
like,
he's
if you, usually these Oriental kids are little and skinny. This
His brother-
motherfucker is not little or skinny. His brother is,
Mm-hmm.
but he is not. The kid with the rage could be Godzilla. Like, he could be the guy in the Godzilla
He
rubber
fits
suit.
the trope of it,
Yeah, man.
definitely to a T.
This-
And their real names could be like a side dish off of a fucking Chinese menu.
Right? Visa must stop.
Yeah, well, one of the kids is literally a product that's made in Asia. I'll tell you after. So then he goes talk to Godzilla's mom. And she's just like, like this meek,
She says, hurry up, we need to go eat Tokyo.
Yeah, the dog is in the car getting warm. So he talks to him. So we have practice. So he tells him he can't play on the team anymore.
Oh.
Because it's that bad. I mean, this is 5.
Last game?
The last game. It was Godzilla's
The one
last
I went
game.
to.
Yes.
Oh, I saw
The season's not
Godzilla.
over.
I saw an historic
Godzilla's last
game.
stand.
I saw an historic fucking Pee Wee
I should have
soccer
called his
game.
brother Mothra now that
In
I think
3D.
about
Yeah.
it, but that's all right. Tuna rolls better.
It is.
So then, he tells him, he's like, he didn't tell me this until I saw him on practice on Tuesday, and he's like, oh yeah, I told Godzilla's mom, because he calls him that too, because the kid's just a lunatic. I mean, that he can't play anymore. And I was like, man, I know you were pissed. I know you were angry. I'm like, we need a goalie. I'm like, maybe we should call, maybe we should, now that the stuff is, so he didn't show up for practice.
Oh.
Godzilla said, fuck you guys, I'm not coming to
Well,
practice.
I think, Larry, I hate to say this, we might have to call the CIA or somebody
What?
because I talked to Tuna Roll, his brother, Godzilla's brother, and I'm like, oh, where's Godzilla? And he's like,
They say he's got to go.
and then he's like, oh, he's on vacation for the summer. I'm like, what do you
without
mean?
you?
I'm like, what do you mean he's on vacation for the summer? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, where did he go? And he's like, I don't know.
There goes Tokyo.
Oh man,
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
I think they might have brought him back to the motherland.
This one no good. You take back. You take this one back.
to put a red star on him and make
Holy
him start
fuck,
learning.
man. So they put him right into the training for the suicide killer.
I don't know what they did with him
soldier.
because he doesn't know what happened. Like, I'm like, what do you
The
mean?
little brother has no idea.
Yeah, Tuna Roll doesn't know what's going
So
on.
here's the thing. They might have sent that kid off to some kind of disciplinary camp or
To
some kind of
deprogram
fucking,
him and
yeah,
then reprogram
yeah.
him.
Boy.
Because
that's
when
what
we
they
were
do.
bad, when we were real bad, my dad would be like, "You motherfuckers, I'm sending you guys. You're going to reform school."
Yeah.
He acted like we didn't need to go to jail or
Which is-
nothing
which
first.
is
Like he
funny.
could just put us in reform.
Do you know how much
school.
reform school is? Like, bitch, you can't afford that. Like, I know how much
Well,
money
we had
you
no
make.
idea, but he would
Well,
scare the shit
I'm
out of
just
us.
saying,
with
now that you think about it as
We
an
were
adult,
fucking-
you're like, damn, that's like $40,000 a
We
year.
knew some kids that went to. We knew some kids like
Some kids that were
Bob
so
Larson
bad.
or someone like that went to.
Yeah, and
some
someone
kinda-
else went to reform school.
Reform
And
school.
I want to say my cousin Eddie went to military school
Yeah.
Yeah.
where they're like kicking the shit out of you.
Well,
Uh-huh.
I mean,
You gotta take a train.
we
to get
talked
there.
about this before. You were so bad, you got to go to the military.
Yeah.
Either
yeah.
jail or the military.
My cousin Larry had
An
to do
adoles-
that.
as
I
an
know we talked about
adolescent.
going
Yeah,
on vacation.
One of the first, go to the army instead of going to jail. Now they got boot camp, but it's a good idea if it actually sticks and works. If you're smart enough to listen, it's a good idea.
It was a good idea
yeah.
at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
I'm sure.
because-
Well, that's because everyone's way off the fucking chain. It's so out of
Well,
control
I
now.
don't even know about off the chain. I
No
don't
matter
think.
no matter who you are, if you spend some time in jail, it's gonna change. You're gonna carry that the rest of your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, you're always
Yeah.
gonna
You're
go
gonna
live
know
back. Always
what
remember
that's
those
like.
experiences that you had, and maybe. But some people don't learn. I mean, look at these multiple
Sure.
convicts. So, I don't know if I should say R.I.P. to Godzilla. I don't know if I should call
So
the
he might
CIA.
not come back.
I don't know, man, but that's just kind of weird in the middle of the season.
He's
to go.
probably getting electroshock therapy.
All I know
It's a
is
good chance.
Godspeed, Godzilla. Because
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with you, man. You were a dang goal. You're a dang
So-
good goalie.
How about this? Fucking Biden, this cocksucker that he is, he okayed the FBI when they were raiding Mar-a-Lago. Now, I don't know how much of this is conspiracy theory or whatever, but this is what they're saying on the news, and at least what they're reporting in the paper.
Because you always believe the news. 'Cause they
Right,
have your
but this
best
is what
interest,
they're
right?
reporting. That they
Mainstream
had
media.
carte blanche, open fire, and, on anybody in Mar-a-Lago, and they went in unmarked
Well, use of
Yeah.
excessive
Out of
force is
uniform.
how
Out of
it's
uniform.
used.
and
Guys from other
licensed to kill.
offices that
So
shouldn't
now-
have
I
even
don't know about
been
license
there.
to kill.
No, totally. At their own discretion, you don't have to ask or nothing. Bang.
Which is funny that the CIA is going to fight the Secret Service.
Then
Which is hilarious.
the other thing
That's
is...
a meme right there.
Right.
I know.
Some
That's,
Elian
it's
Gonzalez
pretty,
shit.
it's pretty fucking complicated. Then the other thing is, when they had the suicide bomber in their sights, identified...
Which
and
suicide
fucking-
bomber?
The one that killed the 13 soldiers on our Afghanistan escape.
Oh,
that
when
Joe
we just left
Biden
all of our
fucked up.
military equipment.
When they
there,
called
yeah.
in and said, "Can we kill this guy? We got him in our sights." They said no.
Yeah.
Okay, and I mean,
So they don't want to kill some
because-
fucking tallhead that's gonna blow up our soldiers.
Well, yeah, because
but they'll fucking
there's no money in that. We got to keep funneling money through Ukraine. That's how we launder our money. There's no
This was
money.
Afghanistan, though.
I know, but I'm not.
Could've
There's no
just shot
money in
that
killing that
motherfucker.
guy. What's the point of it? We're already leaving $80 billion worth of equipment there. So they can reverse
was
engineer
already
it, sell it
paid
to
for. They don't even
China,
care.
learn how to use it. Now,
It just gives them a reason to make more.
yeah.
They don't care.
Well, that's I mean,
Right,
we're military
Raytheon
industrial
likes that.
complex.
Yeah.
Huh?
Raytheon is glad.
Well,
Because then they could sell them all
Northrop
new
Grumman,
shit.
Right.
Boeing. I think Pfizer.
I don't know if I'd buy any shit from Boeing anymore.
Well, I mean, their weapons work. It sounds like.
And I'm not saying anything bad about Boeing.
I am.
I don't want to die.
I'll say
I
something
don't want to
bad.
die.
Oh, the whole thing is that. Do you
How
know
about
why?
a third whistleblower dead?
Well, do you know what happened with what was going on? Was that the people they had, the DEI hires that they had,
Yeah.
they were short staffed for quality control, so these people were signing off on their own products, so there's no quality control on
Nice.
it. That's like I think that's like the nexus of what was going on there. Like I was reading some things about, it. But it is, I mean, the irony that three people. I mean, bad things come in threes, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you work for Boeing. You probably, I mean, that's the craziest thing that you, and people do, how about this dude, do you see the guy, the CIA, they're talking about they shot that dude, remember we talked about him, the gun dealer, and
Which one?
the one that worked for the Clintons.
Oh yeah.
The airport. He
Yeah.
worked-
Just recently.
yeah, and
about
the
a couple
guy's
months ago.
on trial right now, and they're like, why would you block the guy's camera? Why would, on his
Yeah.
door? The guy, if somebody bangs on his door and he's selling guns, what do you think's going to happen? He's going to come out with a pistol.
Yeah.
And then they're like, why? Because they didn't have body cams on. They're like,
Yeah.
why didn't you have body cams on? And they're like, budget cuts. He's like, buddy,
Bullshit.
you get $1.6 billion a year in funding.
You have
can't
fucking
afford
camera?
body cameras, $300 to $500
Who's that,
a
the
piece.
FBI?
CIA. Well,
CIA.
yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know exactly
That's some
who
messed up.
executed the search warrant. It might have been the ATF since it involved firearms. But I did remember, I just didn't look into it because I was just reading something about that. But the government is just killing people. Just
Yeah,
killing
they
people.
weaponized.
And nobody says anything about this. Boeing killing people.
Yeah.
The
Blatantly.
guy
Blatantly.
the guy was talking to a chick and he's like, hey, I'm not going to kill myself. I'm fine. And then all of a sudden he suicides
Yeah.
himself. And then another guy suicide. And then another guy got an infection for sepsis.
Yeah.
I mean, the coincidences.
The
we
most
really,
dangerous job in the world.
well, we
Boeing,
being a whistleblower, yeah.
Right.
But we don't really. I mean, we don't
You're gonna die.
condone coincidences, and we try to debunk
What are
them.
the
But
benefits?
Yeah.
yeah, three dudes killed.
Not many.
3 dudes killed for talking about one company. Kind of a coincidence.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And we
a
all know.
coinky-dink.
We all know
Yeah.
that none of us believe in actual real coincidence.
Well, that's a coincidence. Come on. That really is. 3 people, One dies, another guy wants to be a whistleblower, dies, another guy wants to be a whistleblower, dies. Come on.
2 of them die. That's a coincidence. 3 of them die. That's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
They're literally going with the Hells Angels moniker, 3 people
wonder
keep,
if
keep a
someone's-
secret if 2 of them are dead.
Yeah, I wonder if someone's coming to them and just saying like, "Listen, if you want to save your family, then we just got to off you."
Oh, yeah, well, it's all, they probably got tapes on these people, Epstein people, they probably got dirt on them. Just like, it's crazy that the way the government is going right now. We talked about this before, how these people are openly saying about the president that he might die or he might be assassinated. Like, that's crazy to say.
Yeah.
It really is when you think about it. Like, who's ever...
How about Trump went to the fucking Bronx, man?
Yeah, we know about that.
He went to the...
Okay, the guy held... You know what? They're going to force him to stick around New York. He's going to stick around New York.
Yeah.
And then now they get pissed because they force him to do something. It's like, listen, man.
But Bronx is hard fucking Democrat, and all those people
Didn't
were
look like
there.
it yesterday.
No, it did not.
It really did not look like it yesterday.
It did not.
But at the same time, there's 8.8 million people that live in New York. What are you going to do?
Naked city.
Starts grassroots shit. That's the whole thing. Do you want 4 more years of what's going on right now?
Hell.
When's Illinois going to change?
Well, first of all, as soon as
Pritzker,
stupid Kim Fox.
That fucker.
Well, Pritzker, you know what?
Kim Fox is on her way out.
Yeah, she's leaving next year. Her term is up.
Kim Fox will be gone. But they'll replace it with some other psycho.
Well, I don't know.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's where the Democrat shit comes in. Is when Cook County officials and stuff like that. These people really want to keep the reins on these people, just like that.
Like what they're doing to Trump. Mike Madigan, our fucking guy. Mm-hmm. He's always dodging a trial and prolonging things and getting out of it and wait, and then extension. And with Trump, it's like, okay, motherfucker, no, now we want to do it now. It's like really, really crazy.
Well, it's just funny so let's go back let's just do the president right now. Okay,
well, like Mike Madigan shouldn't have more pull. I know it's local, but it's sick.
But so let's just go backtrack from Trump 91 indictments, president right now. Literally flooding our country with illegal aliens.
Yeah.
Right.
That is a crime. That's a crime right there. It's written in our Constitution that it's a fucking crime.
There.
Yes.
You're right.
So
and he committed another crime by forgiving all of these loans that the Supreme Court already told him, no, you don't have the power to do that.
Isn't that crazy?
And he keeps doing that. So that's too gigantic, blatant,
and
going against the law.
Ukraine, they just sent them another $275 million yesterday.
Damn.
For what? Dude, listen, here's the deal. If $1 billion didn't help them a year ago or 2 years ago, what the hell is another $600 million going to do? Do you know what I mean? And I completely believe that they're fucking selling our technology to the Chi-Coms and they're reverse engineering it and using it against us.
It's totally.
It's just it's what do you call it? It's like Goodfellas. You know what I mean? We get the place, we just bust the shit out of it until it's broke, and we burn it to the ground.
Right.
Shit comes in the front door, goes right out the back door. It's just a complete money laundering scheme. And the problem is nowadays with these people, internet sleuths and all this stuff, you could follow a paper trail. You could see flight logs. You could follow planes. You could see where they're landing. You could find bank accounts and do all this bullshit. And they still get away with it. It's so blasé and blatant in their faces.
And did you see the rally that Biden had? He couldn't get fucking 10 people there. Well, there was about 30 people there. 20 of them have to be there.
Do you think
they work for him.
80 million people voted for that asshat?
No.
And they're already. And the problem is that these numbers come out and they're like, hey, 10,000 people in Texas voted on the same Social Security number.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, how come nobody's looking at this? Like, are we just so far gone that the law does not apply to people anymore that are in higher positions?
A lot of people think that.
It feels like it.
Yep.
It doesn't even look like it. It feels like it is it, actually.
Look at Comey and, those guys are just blatantly lying and they're so arrogant about it and stuff.
They really think that we're simpletons.
That
really
piece of shit is coming back around.
Serfs.
Showing his head.
Who's that?
Comey.
Oh, well, you know what?
Piece of shit.
Listen, these people need to stay relevant. You know what I mean? Like, Hillary cannot sit still without opening her fucking fat mouth. Even though these people have been proven to be running child trafficking rings. That whole Haiti thing. And then now, they're in Haiti right now. Did you see that? They had a huge fucking...
Some missionary just got killed.
Yeah, his daughter...
Huge,
the
adrenochrome sale.
No, the Republicans... yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
You can dubs it. Go for it, yeah. Right. You're in the middle, you get to dubs it. But it was like a Republican senator or something like that. It was his daughter and her fiance. And I'm going to tell you right now, 2 fucking places I don't want to be right now. Gaza and Haiti. Haiti's actually number 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we've watched the videos
there.
coming from there. They do this thing, this like necklace of death, where they take a tire, fill it with gasoline, and then set it on fire while it's around you. And it just melts you. The rubber just melts on you, man. And there's just
horrible.
like people laying in the streets with tires burning around them. So, listen, you're a fucking white person in Haiti right now.
They're using a car tire?
Yes, a car tire. So, if you're a white person in Haiti...
It sounds shitty.
You don't want to be there. I mean, anybody can tell you that. It's a freaking death wish.
I don't think you want to be there if you're a black person.
I don't care how strong your connection to God is or what kind of missionary shit you think you're doing. But they're lucky that nothing bad happened to them.
I know a guy that's from Haiti, and he would go there. He's got some little thing set up to help people like become responsible and learn how to grow stuff and whatever. Anyway, I was telling you that because he told us when he goes there, it's like he's got to go in through a different country and then lay on the bottom of a boat.
Yeah, wow. I mean,
it's like a big ordeal to get there.
Third world country.
No
it literally
shit. So
is.
basically, he sneaks in.
Yeah, he's got to sneak in.
I mean, it's run by gangs, basically.
And when he gets there, then he's got to sneak back out, and he's got to be careful when he's there.
Yeah, they actually have something where they have to come
like
in from a certain
railroad.
place, so he has to like go there and then get on a ship that goes to like the next island and then comes back.
All
and
that
then,
bullshit
then it's
just
allowed.
to go to a shithole where you might get shot. I mean, the funny thing is all we do is complain in this country about, racism, this and that. It's like, look at Haiti. It's black on black crime. They're just murdering indiscreetly. Oh, yeah.
There's no government can stay together over there.
Well, they had that. They killed the what was it, prime minister? I don't know what it is exactly in Haiti, but they murdered that guy. And then they found out that, it was a coup, basically. And then every time I hear the word coup, well, who do I think of? The CIA.
Sure.
They are directly involved in every single war that we have ever had. They are directly involved in starting it.
And they're involved in other wars that we don't think we're even involved with.
Every war.
Yeah, ever since Clinton went over to Haiti and stole a bunch of money when he was
kids.
president. Yeah, and then now look at where they're at.
And that is proven. That chick did 6 months in jail for getting caught for human trafficking. Yeah. The lady that was running the Clinton Foundation out there. So,
1 month for every 1,000 kids.
1,000.
I mean, million.
That place was off the chain. If you were a pedo, man, it's disgusting. The way that we are just letting sexual deviants get away with whatever they want. Teaching gay shit in school, pushing gay shit on TV shows for kids, and gay shit on us, and all this.
It's making regular sexual deviants have a bad name.
No, it's making regular gay people
have a bad name.
In the old days,
you didn't have to be so doing such bad shit to be a sexual deviant.
Flamboyant.
Now it's like you do all this crazy shit, and you're like, that's nothing.
That chick in Canada with the big ass fake titties and shit.
Oh, that's a guy. That was a guy.
Yeah, that was a guy.
That was a guy with
I know
fake
it was.
rubber
That's what
tits.
I'm saying. And like this huge fucking uproar. And then when he would go home, he would take all that shit off and go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Whoa, wait a minute, dude.
You gotta wear that shit all the time, eh?
You don't want them big titties around here, eh? They might get caught in the chop saw.
Hey. Especially the bandsaw, eh? Stay away.
So, hopefully...
Shout out to my Canadian friends out there, y'all.
It's going to take a lot to undo the buffoonery that's been done in 4 years. It really is. Like, everybody's like, mass migration and deportation. It's like, it ain't good. Okay, so, Larry and I went to go see Social Distortion this weekend.
Yeah.
At the Salt Shed. And we walk in, and there's like there's like a sort of like this like a city cul-de-sac. So
Yeah.
it was probably like 2 or 3 alleys wide, and it was just filled with cars and illegal immigrants. And you
It
could
looked
tell
like Venezuela.
You could tell right away that it was illegal immigrants, and there was like a hotel or something where they were going in and out of, and they were dealing drugs. There were hookers there,
Right there.
and they had this whole block locked down. And
Yeah.
there had to be, when we went into the show, probably
They were
like
looking
20,
at us sideways.
Yeah,
every
20 or
person.
30 of them. Oh wow! So then we get out of the show. What time? About 11,
Yeah.
and it is a war zone.
Yeah.
The vibe you got when we walked out,
Yeah.
and Larry and I can handle ourselves to some extent.
Yeah.
You know, we train Krav Maga.
To some extent.
Yeah, so, but the vibe, like, it almost made your hair stand up. People were barely walking on that side of the street. Some people didn't realize it.
Right.
We walked past.
Some people
there,
don't know what's going on. They're looking at their phone.
There had to be between 100 and 200 of
Running
them
the
now.
gauntlet.
And they were all taking over this one area.
Whole area.
And it was just like, and there were just more coming
And
in
I'm
and more
fucking-
coming out.
So my shins are fucking hurting.
Yeah.
And Needles is like, hey, Larry, we got to stay with the pack. And I'm like, motherfucker, I need some water,
Beat feet.
you know? And, yeah, but, dude, I wasn't that worried. And he's like, no, we got to stay with the pack. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you got to do.
So finally we fell
we're
off from
fucking
the pack.
two
I'm like, you know
fucking
what?
white dudes,
If
man.
they catch us, I told them, though, would you want to fucking fight? Or
Yeah.
do you want to have me be so tired from walking so fast that
stress
when they
training,
do
you know,
get
it's
us...
stress
or-
train. That's
Yeah, but
besides
I
the
was
point.
stressing
You
out.
want to hear something crazy, Asky?
Yeah.
So
I wanted to walk slower and maybe attract some attention.
no,
and
I
then
what do you call
fucking
it?
test out
So I
my
ran out of
shit.
smokes,
Oh
and
yeah,
we go
he-
downtown to the gas station,
Good place.
and I smoke menthols.
Of course,
And
'cause
they're
he's,
like,
you
we
know,
don't, what do you call it? We don't
'cause
sell
he's one
menthols
step from
we're,
blackface.
they, what do you call it? So they're like, we don't sell menthols because we're by a school.
What?
Yeah.
No
That's what the
menthol
guy told
for
me.
school.
And he like,
Because
like,
that's
he
what the
was-
kids
he was
are like.
So yeah, and there's
Remember you
there's-
would steal your mom's
and there's
menthols?
200 illegal immigrants right down the street. What's more dangerous?
Right.
Cigarettes
Yeah.
or the illegal immigrants that have knives and guns on them that are
And
running
fentanyl
dope
and
spots.
fucking
Yeah, running
crack
dope
and
spots.
shit.
Yeah.
So we bought a few rocks off of him and we left.
No, we did
No, I'm
not do
kidding.
that. So yeah, it was an overall.
So
it's-
Needles then we went further down the line.
Oh shit! Yeah, we should keep the
And,
story going.
yeah, so this was a good story. So
Oh,
we're
yeah.
walking and walking. So Needles really wants smoke. So we go to another gas station. He's like, well, it's further from the school. Oh yeah, we got.
Yeah, what
So
I wanted.
we
menthols,
got
yeah.
menthols. Yeah. Not the kind he wanted though, because you know he wants the white trash trailer ones, the Pall
just like what I
Malls or
smoke.
whatever.
Well, Pall Mall menthol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I smoke Pall Mall menthol.
And so you know, and so he gets his menthols, and they were fucking $18.
Yeah, almost 19, almost 20 bucks.
For
I
one
think
pack?
it was like $17.98 for a
Yeah, for
fucking
one
pack
pack
of
of
cigarettes. For a
Whoa.
single pack.
Which is crazy.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
then
dude.
we keep walking. We run into a cab. Cab drives us up the Western, right by the train station. Larry and I took the train. So we missed the train. Now we got to wait 2 hours.
Now we go in this bar that is so shady, and we see.
Well,
a
wait,
big-
slow down, make the setting.
Yes.
So this bar is literally right next to the Western train station. Okay?
Okay.
And first of all, the cab driver, Larry and I were zooted.
Cab driver
We were
goes,
very
don't
zooted.
fall asleep at that train station.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, we know better
Yeah,
than that.
come on, man. So we're zooted out of our minds.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? So
Needles
then,
is telling me to order a drink.
well, yeah, we were.
And I'm
yeah,
like, I don't want to drink no more. I was so fucked up because Johnny Walters came over earlier in the day,
Oh.
and we fixed Mary's brakes. He did it, him and his son.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I
you
sat
watched
there
them
and
drink,
drank with
yeah.
them.
Oh,
which is
the-
stupid
Which
because
was-
why
I
would you
can't
drink
keep up with
before
them,
a
so I
fucking
was
show?
already hammered.
Yeah, so why
I'll
would you
drink
drink
for that.
before a
Yeah.
show that we got to be there till fucking 11 o'clock at night?
So,
But that's
anyways,
besides
we're
the
sitting
point.
in this bar. There was a kind of a chubby chick.
The
some
bartender
weird-
was smoking hot.
Her name
I
was
don't care what-
Yana.
well, she
No,
wasn't
no,
smoking.
she wasn't smoking hot.
She was hot.
She was sexy as
Yeah, she
fuck,
was
is
sexy.
what she was.
What's her name? Lana?
Yana.
Yeah.
Yana.
Yana.
With a Y.
She was
Okay.
thick too.
Uh-huh.
So then
She was thick.
I literally order a drink. She turns around and looks at the back of the bar with all the cocktails like a deer in the headlights.
Like, doesn't even know what the fuck she's
what
doing.
the fuck to do. So she's like looking around for glasses. Like she doesn't work there at all. Then
She's
fucking,
pouring the fucking vodka and
Dude,
pouring it
She
and
was like a
pouring it.
half a glass of vodka.
Needles is like, I can't taste the vodka. I'm like, man, are you an alcoholic? She
Oh no,
just-
I was fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
I was.
Whoa.
Let me tell you, we had a cornucopia of
Fun.
mind enticing things to do that.
Cornucopia of powders and fucking
Tincture.
and tinctures.
So I swear to God, this broad's like looking around, and she just hands me this glass and fucking
she's like-
tonic, and she's like, "This is on the house. The first
drink."
drink."
Oh.
I'm like,
And she's
I
like,
didn't
what do
know
you
what-
want? And I'm
I've
like,
never
listen,
had
I can't
that,
drink.
like,
I
unless
can't
it's
drink anymore.
my normal spot. You know what I mean? I walk in, but dude, she didn't even know me. So she I was like, I don't think this bitch knows how to use a cash register.
So now
Wow.
this,
You know?
so now this gangbanger kid
Good
walks
food
in.
drinks.
I am. This gangbanger kid walks in with like this white chick. He's got tattoos up the face.
It was a
neck.
little scrawny white
little
dude.
skinny fucker with the big.
Got big gold watch.
The watch was
Huge.
like a house. You know what I mean? It was like it
Huge
was
gold
at least
chain.
as much as a house. Gold chain, thick
Huge
motherfucking
gold chain.
Run DMC 80s style.
Yeah, not a Turkish chain, but
No,
it
it
was.
was
It might have
thick.
been a Cuban link.
And so
With the
he's
medallion
sitting there
on it.
and he's just drinking with this girl.
They ate
Now, all of a sudden, this Hispanic kid comes in, a little
Two
guy,
Hispanic guys
a
came.
big
in.
guy and a little guy. The little guy had like a mullet, and the big
No,
guy
you're missing
looked
it.
like.
No, you got it backwards. The little guy had on this like old school Puerto Rican gangster like brown leather jacket, like the old school,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Okay.
And he was like a little guy, and he was carrying a Burger King
a
bag.
bag,
Slow
a
down.
Burger King.
He was carrying a Burger King bag, and then the next guy, the bigger guy,
Big motherfucker with a wife beater.
Well, no, man,
It wasn't
you were
the wife
saying
beater
no.
guy?
He had on a leather vest with tassels, and he had a mullet, but it was shaved like.
Oh,
on
right. He had
seat.
like a
This
Billy
guy-
Idol haircut.
Yeah, this guy don't. So he had a mullet with fucking. The top was kicking, but the sides were like a number 1 or a number 2.
Yeah, he
really
had the
short.
side shaved off.
Gold thick ring
Okay.
on rings on every finger.
Yep.
Husky.
Yeah.
Dripping with gold.
Just so they sit down next
Okay.
to us. Okay, Larry, you want to pick up from
and
there?
then this motherfucker is clutching the.
Well, he wasn't clutching it.
He
but-
wasn't clutching it, but he was holding on to that fucking Burger King
He had a-
bag for dear life. And
No,
I'm looking
well,
at it.
You're telling the story.
I'm looking at it, and it's square as fuck. It looks like a complete square. It's definitely not Burger King. And I'm
First of all,
like,
he's
oh,
guarding
shit.
it. He's
Yeah.
not holding it like it's the end of the world. He's just guarding it.
Right,
He's got it on his
whatever.
lap. It looks like a complete
I want
fucking
to add
square.
some drama. This
Well,
guy's
you know,
still
and-
fucking.
Well, you're gonna let. I don't want to do that. I want to
What
tell this because the
blanket on my-
story. You don't have to
Okay.
embellish the story. It's very good.
And
So, he's
so-
got this Burger King bag. I'm like, Larry, look. Larry looks.
I already
we
noticed
fucking-
it, but I already noticed the guy was nervous. But when Needles pointed out the bag and I noticed it, it's a perfect square.
Yeah,
and he's
it
just
was-
like holding it
So then they sit there. They don't
for
have
like
a drink.
30 fucking minutes.
Yeah, they don't have a drink, no nothing. They sit there. Some guy pulls up in the parking lot, sits in his truck.
Okay.
Kid hands the bag
So
over.
now the girl has been waiting on people. All of a sudden, some other gangbanger, like Hispanic kid with more tattoos, comes out from the back, and now he's behind
no,
the
no,
bar.
no. The guy came from the truck. Because I was
that
having
guy
a
that was
cigarette.
behind the bar came from the truck.
No, he came from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking.
what I'm
Okay,
talking
all right.
about.
Oh, I didn't know what you meant.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Okay, so then, guy hands over the fucking bag.
Yeah.
To
She
the
puts
kid
the
that
ba-
came from the kitchen.
No. To the girl. The girl
Okay.
puts it underneath the register.
Yeah.
Guy from the kitchen comes out, starts
Grabs-
talking. They all
hangs
start
out
talking.
for a while,
Yeah.
and everybody's trying to be. You can tell everybody wants to be smooth. Nobody's like, here, wham, bam, I gotta go,
No.
because it's probably a good amount. And I'm like, man, these
Okay.
motherfuckers are experts, and they're nervous as shit. And I'm like, damn, we're watching a drug deal happen
So
right
then-
now.
So then what happens
Yeah.
is, so the guy comes from the kitchen, grabs a bag. Another car pulls up into the back.
Needles is outside having a
Yeah, I'm
smoke.
having a ciggy fucking heater outside. And next thing you know, guy goes outside, hears the door close. They talk. Guy gets in the car, takes off, comes in empty-handed, goes right back up to the bar, and then those guys take off.
Yeah.
But there were two other
then
guys, the guy with the wife beater
And off.
He was part of the process.
Yes, they were there
some
to make
other
sure
guy
the deal
comes
went
in
down.
separate that acts like he's not with them. It was a big muscle guy, like prison fucking
Tattoos.
strong. Yeah, just got out of the joint, chest like a barrel, wife beater, big tall Hispanic dude, and he just pretends he's hanging out. He is ordering drinks. He is actually having some drinks because he's like fucking hanging out, and he figures I could beat everyone's ass in this whole joint, even if I am drunk.
I don't know if he was thinking that, but okay. I'm
I
sure they
don't
were
know.
packing heat.
Yeah,
they don't
that
have
too.
to fight, but
That too. And so all of a sudden, then everybody, the guy in the back leaves with the shit out the back door. Needle sees the car pull up in the back. Fucking some black dude walks. Everybody clears out. The place is empty. It's me sitting in there, and some black dude just walks in. Some tall guy, probably my age, with a black T-shirt with white iron-on letters that says Chicago Techno on front and back.
Which is a great
He's
shirt.
just trying,
I mean-
hitting on the girl.
I
all
mean,
night,
we were
and she's
fucking-
looking at us.
I was
looking at-
shrooming. It was
and I'm
very
like, wow,
funny.
that was the weirdest thing. This place, it looked like, oh, this place is pretty popular. Yeah, it's like a 5-person drug deal.
Whoa.
And then it just cleared out.
And that was it.
And then there was that
There was nobody
fat
there
white
except
broad
us
that was
again.
sitting, no, there was that fat white broad.
And then
that
she
was sitting next
starts
to me.
telling us, so, you know,
like, talking
I like
to
to
me.
drink this because I know what I'm going to get. And then you have this and that. And it's
I think she was a
different.
prostitute, to be honest with you. Because she was like scrolling through her Instagram and there was some.
She was all right,
something
but I
going on
wouldn't
there.
have.
You wouldn't have done anything. You barely got on the train. You were a mess. Jesus.
Then, on the way home on the train,
Oh, boy.
I listened to these kids in front of me in the seat. You know, they had a seat adjacent to me.
Yeah.
Needles was sitting across the aisle from me. And I'm listening to them, and Needles could hear him too, just talk about religion and the church and all these different religions. And they didn't know what the fuck
They were kids. You already said it. They were kids. So you got to
they
give
were.
them.
Well, I'm saying kids. They were in their 20s.
That
maybe.
chick stood her ground. And
Yeah,
I'm going to
25s maybe.
Yeah, because there were two of them against her.
And
She
then
was
one
standing
kid
her
that was
ground.
like this pudgy little fruity kid that was like obviously some atheist, like questioning everything.
Oh, I think there's nothing. They're all
And then
hammered
just some
and
of the
kids,
answers they
man.
gave him were just not good. I
Well, but what
wanted
are
to
you gonna-
jump
you
in,
can't-
and I thought, man, they're gonna be fucking scared of me.
Yeah, because you were hammered. I mean, because the best thing to do to preach the Bible and school kids on Christianity and all this is when you're hammered.
By some nut on the train that's
Yeah.
been out all night at a fucking concert.
Yeah, doing who knows what with who knows who.
Don't go looking for
Oh,
trouble.
and then fucking Jasper.
It'll find you.
Jasper, we met some people. I met this chick. Okay, she was real cool. Kate, the blonde. The blonde girl was real cute, and we talked all. She was an organ placer. Like she would take organs from bodies and
She
I
was a
guess farm them
transporter.
out to people
Yeah, she was
for
a
organ
tran-
transplants and shit. But she was real cool, and we met some other people, and then there was this guy Jasper that was just
Shout out
so
to
high
Jasper.
on coke.
Dude,
Oh
it
my God.
was. It gave me anxiety.
Yeah,
He was so
he was
high.
funny though.
Yeah,
he was really,
amazing.
really funny.
But every single tick you could think of when you're too
this
high
big,
on coke.
okay,
he
imagine this short guy, kind of fat.
He was fat.
He's got a fucking red T-shirt on that says "Tasty Burger" with a big
Just
picture of a
ripping
hamburger.
heaters, man.
Beard, unshaven, but not really the big kicking beard. Like he just needs a shave.
Yeah.
He's
He was
got
a
Coke
trip.
bottle glasses. His hair's all messed up, and he's smoking down fucking cigarettes.
Gacked out.
Gacked out of his mind. He's going, yeah, you know, blah blah blah. blah, 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 blah. And
you're
I
like,
was
when
just
you-
like, holy fuck, look at this
We're
guy.
like sitting down too, and he's standing up, and he's just like a million. So you know that feeling when it's just like, and we were I was shrooming at that
Yeah.
point in time. I was feeling pretty damn
It was
good.
pretty funny.
It was very
Jasper
funny.
was fucking crazy.
Yeah, you run into people like that. There were so
And
many.
so this
people
girl's telling me, yeah, I lived in Korea
Oh, yeah, I
and shit.
forgot
and
about
and
that.
Niels goes to her, North Korea or South Korea? And she looks at me like, is this guy fucking crazy? And I'm like, dude, shut up. And I go to her, he's just joking.
Oh yeah, no, but I was trying to make you laugh.
I
and
know,
You got
it
all
was-
serious because you were talking to a lady. You got all proper all of a sudden. dissed your boy on a good joke.
I didn't diss my boy.
Yeah, you just said
She just was shocked. Like,
Yeah.
what is he talking
Well,
about?
what the fuck? I want to see what she's going to laugh or not. She had a very dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
And then I asked her what it was like in a communist country, and she didn't like
She's
it.
like, it's not communist. We're like, what do you mean?
She's like,
She's telling us you got to wear what they wear. So she's saying, okay.
and
She's going,
racist, too.
Right.
Most
She's
are
going
still
to the
crazy.
bar that she's been living
She
there, and
frequents
she
it.
wants to go there. So it took her like 6 months for them to even let her in. She'd show up and he'd be like, "Oh, no white women, Korea only."
That's what they would tell her.
And so finally they let her in. So now she's a regular. They start liking her. She goes in there.
Wait a second,
drinking.
and people think that the United States is the most racist country in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah,
we
that's
are
the weird
beat
part.
by far by many other countries.
So then some of her friends come and visit. Some girl from England, some girl from the United States, some dude from South Africa. Everybody's white. They want to go to the bar.
Yeah.
The bar she always goes
Which
to.
is
We'll go
stupid.
here.
You would think that you
No, you can't come in with them.
Yeah,
Oh.
what do you
Yeah.
think?
No white people. And so finally she
African
begs them
American.
and they let him in. They let her in with her friends. They sit him by the back, by the door, by the fucking kitchen,
Keep
or
an
by
eye
the
on 'em.
bathroom and shit.
Yeah.
In the corner.
Yeah.
And yeah. And so she's saying that her friend from England
Yeah.
was dating this guy from South Africa. The South African, and they were living in Korea. The South African guy murders the fucking
She tried
girl.
to break up with him.
What?
Yeah, she tried to break up with
She
him.
tried to break up with him.
Dude murders the girl. Korean authorities do nothing because they don't give a fuck about them because they're white. South African and England, we don't care. White on white crime.
I don't know if
Animal.
Wasn't he black?
No, South Africa is a lot of white. He was from South Africa.
Okay,
He
I
was
didn't know
white.
if she said he was white or
No,
black.
he was white.
Oh, okay. I thought he was. Okay, I know South Africa is predominantly white.
Yeah, he was not
Apartheid
black.
state.
But they still, and I told her, just like that guy, the runner Pistorius with the running man
Blades.
with the blades that killed his fucking girlfriend. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
shot her through the door,
Yeah.
and
That's
then they
what
let him
say.
go,
Yeah, because he
and
was
then
a big
and then
star.
they pulled him back in. I think he got released.
Because they gave him like fucking
crimes of-
time served, and he was in jail for like 2
Crimes
days.
of passion are nothing
Hey.
to fuck with, man. That's where cops get
When you
killed
got
on the
no
most.
legs like that, man.
I got no legs. I got no legs.
Even though you can run fast, it still's got to be detrimental to your psyche.
Like that. Well, as long as your dick still works, you're good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's really when your manhood's gone. Who cares about your legs?
So he said I was frightened and my legs were across the room and I heard some sound. I shot that bitch.
Imagine getting shot by a guy crawling on his stubs.
Like the
And
guy.
he shot low,
Hey,
too.
like fucking, the show Bobby.
Hank Hill.
Hank Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, Cotton.
His dad.
Yeah, Cotton. He's an orange.
got
Got
his
his
shin
shins
shot
blown off.
Bobby.
Why did he have? How do you have his feet then if he had his shins blown off?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, right?
That's pretty funny though.
I don't remember if he had fake legs or what. He probably did, but I don't know.
No, I think it was just like shoes.
So
on
the
the
shins
end of
got
it.
blown off, but his feet were still there. That doesn't make any sense now that I think about it, but that's very funny. So
That
I mean,
was.
shout out to
So Jeff used to be in the fucking band with me back in the 80s, back in the late 70s.
he was in Little Nicky and the Pervs, was he?
He played in Little Nicky and the Perverts.
He did?
No.
Oh, then why would you lie?
I wish he was,
You
man.
just lie to our faces like that? Very commendable.
He was directly after Little Nicky and the Perverts.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
We actually
I
started.
think I might have had a tape of it.
Oh yeah, everyone had the tape. But we used to fucking play, out in the basement, and fucking rock out, play Black Sabbath, like
Sounds
we did
very
today.
No, you got the jam today? That's good.
Yeah,
Very nice.
jam for 2 hours, 22 minutes.
Oh, there you go.
Hardcore
That's
rock
Corey
and
Feldman's
roll.
number 222.
Yeah, we played some good old punk rock and some other bullshit. Some Sabbath.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. What time
Yeah.
are we at there? It's like 40 something.
50 minutes.
50 minutes, not too
Yeah.
bad. We could do shout outs. Do your shout outs.
Well, do you have any? You don't have a race of the case game?
No, we only got 10 minutes left. I know.
Oh.
Guess the race of the race of the case. No, I do not.
So Bobby didn't know Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers. Like, it's like okay.
Yeah.
Bobby didn't know
He
of
didn't
them.
know. He didn't know this. He couldn't play Chinese rocks.
Oh, okay.
He
Well, that's a
didn't know.
Ramones song too. The Ramones covered
Yeah,
it. So,
that
I mean,
too. And
that's kinda-
also, he couldn't play. He didn't know Fear. Living
Okay.
in the city.
All right.
I mean, that's a fucking.
I mean, you're
That's
just gonna
almost like a
totally
hit
diss Bobby
song.
or fucking Steamboat right now. and
Yeah.
While he's not here. You
Yeah,
really
just
are a
to
sneak
see,
thief.
just
let
to
me tell
see
you.
if he listens to the end. If he listens,
Stomach's
if he says,
burning right now.
Listen. Oh no, you didn't. Because if you did, you'd say, "Why were you saying that shit about me?"
Anybody who listens this long has got a problem. Whatever.
I
It is
guess.
what it is.
I guess
It is
so.
what it ain't, man.
No, that's fine. All right, do your shout outs.
All right.
I'll do them if
I
you
just
want.
shout out. Well, I'll just like to say thank you, God, thank you, Jesus, and
Oh, you know what?
Word up.
Okay, yeah, do your
Let's
shout
hear
outs.
it,
I got
let's hear
something
it.
actually. No, I got something.
that's it. That's all. And everybody that's
God,
tuning
Jesus,
in,
Sherry.
man, we love you.
Matt, you're gay. Chris, brother, hope you're feeling good in FLA. We want to see you soon.
He'll be here
Mr.
soon.
X, did I say Sherry J? Hasky, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Larry, you're still gay.
Kiki, have
so
fun down there.
Oh
All the D-gens on the thread.
yeah.
Chad, if he's listening, he listens.
You want to shout out Tom's?
Well, we have to.
I mean, yeah, we're
Tom,
contractually
we have a contract with Tom's. If we don't say this, then we don't get our studio time paid for. Tom's,
Even though this is your basement.
he pays for everything else. Tom's Free Clinic, Automotive, and Veterinarian Services. If you got anything wrong with any of your pets, cars, or your genitals, go to Tom's.
If you went to North Korea and you came back with a little Rhea, call Tom's Free Clinic.
I'd go.
You don't want
It's a
to.
good
though.
place.
No, it's not.
It's a good place.
It's just like what Groucho Marx
That's
said.
where I gotta point out.
What?
Just give it a go then.
Tom's wants me to do this.
Tom's wants you to do what? Oh, we're going to do the bullet thing again?
He wants me to say.
He doesn't want you to do anything. This is on your own
He wants
accord.
me to point out.
Oh,
right.
what is that?
that we
Cat
have.
ashes.
They still have a special on urns and little trinkets like this. You could put your
Larry was
pet's
so
ashes.
fucked up at the
and you can
social
also-
distortion show that he accidentally handed me that and I sniffed the whole thing.
Funny.
All of a sudden, he started climbing up walls and shit.
I started licking my own ass
Whoa.
like a cat.
Yeah, cats do shit like that.
I think they do.
Is that what
See
it
that?
is?
Yeah, that's Miss Kitty. Tom's will have it inscribed for you, or you can just get plain shit. Tom's has every kind of receptacle from a cardboard box, coffee can, all the way up to
Just
the most
bring your own. How's
expensive
that?
fucking urn.
That's
Well,
beautiful.
no, they want to
store
sell the
all
urn.
that stuff
That's
there.
beautiful. Let me
How
see
many
that.
coffee cans do they have? How many boxes? I mean,
Well, everybody could pick out what they want. Like if you're cheap, you tell them I only want the cardboard box, or if you're a little less cheaper, you say I want the coffee can. If you're
I understand
rich,
the hierarchy of
okay,
pricing,
well, why
okay?
are you
don't-
asking then?
I mean, but they keep this. How big is this warehouse that they have?
Well, I mean, I don't know how Tom's does. I
Oh,
don't know
well, you
how
should
they
have.
do
I mean,
it. They
this is
just told me to
egregious.
advertise this shit.
All right. Well, I don't agree with this.
He doesn't agree
All
with
right,
it.
you want to
people.
hear? Okay, here's a great story to show us
Okay.
out. In 1969, Arizonian lawyer Russell T. Tanzi filed a suit against God on behalf of his secretary, Betty Penrose, seeking $100,000 in damages. Penrose blamed God for his negligence in allowing a lightning bolt to strike her house. On the date of the trial, the court noted that the defendant, God, did not show up for the hearing.
Oh, no.
With God apparently absent from his court appearance, Penrose won the case by default and was awarded the $100,000 in damages that she asked for.
Oh.
However, despite her brief victory, would never see a penny.
Because God's not going to pay.
It may be monetarily worthless, but she would go down in history as the one of the only people to ever have a legal win over God Himself. Isn't that funny? I thought that you would think that. That's
and
funny.
And then when she died and went up to the pearly gates, and St. Peter said to her, "Hey, aren't you the one that sued God in court and won?"
She's like, "Bitch, I'm here for my money. Let's Rochambeau to get in here." She's a gambler.
And they'll say,
You can't put one over on God.
no.
Oh, you can. Down here, you can.
No, you
wait till you
can't.
got to go pay for it.
That's the thing. People think they can, but they can't. Listen, people out there, if you're about to fucking, I don't know, skin a black cat or fucking...
Who would skin a black
I
cat?
don't know, these weird people.
If you're about to take adrenochrome,
yeah.
or you're going to go
Just
travel
remember,
to Little
what
St.
would-
James or
what
Big
would
St.
Jesus
James.
do? What would Jesus do?
Hopefully, kung fu ass everybody.
Well, yeah, and I
Karate
don't
chop
think
bitches and snap bones and rescue children.
that's it.
Because he would do that. Because we can't do that. Because we allow pedophilia to run rampant in this country. To no
We
avail.
don't. We
They
personally
shall
don't.
prevail.
We three don't.
Huh?
We don't allow it to run.
No, I don't know
rampant.
what you do after Krav Maga, but
No.
I mean, I see how you oogle women.
Ooh.
I see how you.
Nothing.
I see how
Did you see that? He
I
got
see
real
how
quiet.
you Google
That's when you
guys.
know Hasky, he's lying or when he's caught. Because he just shuts up and then he laughs like that. There he goes.
Oh,
Guilty
That's
is
the time.
charged.
Hey man, I
Google.
like
Hey,
what I
man.
like. I want to
Google,
look
Google.
at women sometimes.
Google.
They're interesting.
Oh, yeah, okay. Says
I'm doing
every
it.
psychopath and serial killer.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I want to see how their blood flows. What size femur she has. All right, you want to close it out?
Oh man, you're mixing me up with yourself.
Not really.
I never care about the femur.
I was just about to say something. All right, let's close it out. Come on.
All right, we're gonna do our highly professional ending with the theme song as usual. Like if I get this shit together. All right, thank you for tuning in very much. We love you. Have a great night. Peace.
Bye.
Later.
Thanks.
Larry and